Hi, and welcome to How to Improve Science Performance Through Strategic Note-Taking.
Today we're going to lecture about gravity. Isaac Newton. You've heard of him, right? His name seems to keep coming up when we talk about motion, forces, and today, gravity. Sir Isaac Newton lived from 1642 to 1727. He is known to be one of the greatest scientists that ever lived. The story says that Isaac Newton was sitting under an apple tree when an apple fell on his head. He was curious as to why this happened. So Sir Isaac Newton did his thing. He studied and researched gravity. So what is gravity? You need to know that gravity is the tendency of objects with mass to accelerate towards each other. You need to know that gravity is the tendency of objects with mass to accelerate towards each other. One more time. Gravity is the tendency of objects with mass to accelerate towards each other. That's pretty crazy. And what does that even mean? Listen to this lecture and hopefully we'll find out. We've all experienced gravity here on Earth. Gravity is actually a universal law. That means it occurs everywhere in the universe. Gravity affects all things, both on Earth and in the universe. All objects are attracted to each other due to the force of gravity. But let's worry about us right now for this second on Earth. You're probably sitting in a chair right now in the classroom because of gravity. Here's another example. If I take this ball, what's going to happen to it? The ball will fall. It falls and bounces a little bit because of gravity. Gravity is one of those forces in nature, and gravity is based on two things. Write these down. Gravity is based on two things. Write these down. Gravity is based on mass, and gravity is based on distance from another object. Gravity is based on mass, and gravity is based on distance. So, because the sun is so massive, it has so much mass, the sun's gravity is what holds the Earth and all the planets in our solar system together. Even though the Earth is so far away from the sun, 93 million miles away, the sun has so much gravity that it holds the Earth in its orbit. Since Jupiter is the largest planet by mass, it has the most gravity of all the planets. Pluto, because of its small mass, even though it's not a planet anymore, it has the least mass in our solar system. So therefore, we can understand that the greater the mass of an object, the more gravity it has. Gravity is also greater at shorter distances. That's why we, as humans, stick to the Earth. We don't fly away to the sun. We are pulled to the Earth because of the Earth's mass and our short distance to the Earth. So we mentioned mass. What is mass? Please note that mass is a physical property of matter that explains how much matter is in an object. Mass is a physical property of matter that explains how much matter is in an object. Basically, mass is the amount of stuff in an object. So what has more mass, a bowling ball or a basketball? A bowling ball has more mass because it's got bowling ball stuff inside it, where a basketball just has air inside it. The more mass an object has, the more gravity it has. So because mass is the amount of matter in an object, the mass does not change when gravity changes. So even when you stand on a massive sun, you'd still have the same mass. Mass does not change. Well, how about weight, right? We've all heard of weight as well. We all have weight. We measure weight by stepping on a scale. By doing this, we're measuring how much gravity is pulling us down towards the earth. That's how a scale works. So write this down. Weight is a force that is calculated by multiplying the acceleration of gravity times mass. Weight is a force that's calculated by multiplying the acceleration of gravity times mass. So when we say we want to lose weight, we really mean we want to lose mass. Add this to your notes. Weight can change when gravity changes. Weight can change when gravity changes. So let's say there's an elephant on the earth. That elephant on the earth would actually weigh less on the moon because the moon has less gravity. An elephant's mass would not change, though, if the elephant went to the moon. So in your homework tonight, you will see approximately how much you would weigh if you could visit different planets. Your mass remains the same, but your weight would change due to the mass of each planet that you visit. Let's review. Isaac Newton studied gravity. Gravity is a force that pulls objects towards themselves. Gravity depends on the mass and distance of an object. The more massive an object, the more gravity. The closer you are to an object, the greater the force of gravity. And gravity affects all things on Earth and in the universe. This ends the lecture on gravity.